Her face softened. She considered him from eyes far less hostile. A wholesome respect for this gross tyrant's mentality came to me. It did not temper, it heightened, the hatred I felt for him. But I now recognized the subtlety of his attack. I realized that unerringly he had taken the only means by which he could have gained a hearing, have temporized. Could he win her with his guile? "Is it not true?" There was a leonine purring in the question. "It is true," she answered proudly. "Though why you should dwell upon this Cherkis, whose word is steadfast as the running stream and whose promises are as lasting as its bubbles, why you should dwell on this I do not know. I have changed greatly, Princess. In the years since my great wickedness, I have learned much. He who speaks to you now is not he you were taught, and taught justly then, to hate." "You may speak truth. Certainly you are not as I have pictured you." It was as though she were more than half convinced. "In this at least you do speak truth. That if I promise, I will go and molest you no more." "Why go at all, Princess?" Quietly he asked the amazing question, then drew himself to his full height, threw wide his arms. "Princess!" the great voice rumbled forth. "Nay, Queen! Why leave us again, Norhala the Queen? Are we not of your people? Am I not of your kin? Join your power with ours. What that war engine you ride may be, how built, I know not. But this I do know, that with our strength joined, we two can go forth from where I have dwelt so long. Go forth into the forgotten world, eat its cities, and rule. You shall teach our people to make these engines, Norhala, and we will make many of them. Queen Norhala, you shall wed my son Kulun, he who stands beside me, and while I live you shall rule with me, rule equally, and when I die you and Kulun shall rule. Thus shall our two royal lines be made one, the old feud wiped out, the long score be settled. Queen, wherever it is you dwell, it comes to me that you have few men. Queen, you need men, many men and strong to follow you, men to gather the harvests of your power, men to bring you the fruit of your smallest wish, young men and vigorous to amuse you. Let the past be forgotten. I too have wrongs to forget, O Queen. Come to us, Great One, with your power and your beauty. Teach us. Lead us. Return, enthroned above your people, rule the world." He ceased. Over the battlements, over the city, dropped a vast expectant silence, as though the city knew its fate was hanging upon the balance. "No, no!" It was Ruth crying. "Do not trust him, Norhala. It's a trap. He shamed me. He tortured." Cherkis half turned. Before he swung about I saw a hell shadow darken his face. Ventnor's hand thrust out, covered Ruth's mouth, choking her, crying. "Your son," Norhala spoke swiftly. And back flashed the cruel face of Cherkis, devouring her with his eyes. "Your son, and queenship here, and empire of the world." Her voice was rapt, thrilled. "All this you offer me, Norhala." "This and more." The huge bulk of his body quivered with eagerness. "If it be your wish, O Queen, I, Cherkis, will step down from the throne for you, and sit beneath your right hand, eager to do your bidding." A moment she studied him. "Norhala," I whispered, "do not do this thing. He thinks to gain your secrets." "Let my bridegroom stand forth that I may look upon him," called Norhala. Visibly Cherkis relaxed, as though a strain had been withdrawn. Between him and his crimson-clad son flashed a glance. It was as though a triumphant devil sped from them into each other's eyes. I saw Ruth shrink into Ventnor's arms. Up from the wall rose a jubilant shouting, was caught by the inner battlements, passed on to the crowded terraces. "Take Kulun." It was Drake, pistol drawn and whispering across to me. "I'll handle Cherkis, and shoot straight." End of chapter 25.